The movie starts in Qom, an Iranian city. Soldiers on the rooftop keep an eye on two contractors as they quickly work to repair the lines below ground. Tom Harris and his CIA buddy Oliver go undercover inside a nuclear power plant to place a gadget that will give them access to sensitive information. They act as though they are technicians for an ISP. Tom wins a security guard's trust with a video of a football game. Tom and Oliver become suspects in the eyes of the on-duty Iranian guards, but they manage to stay out of trouble and leave after fulfilling their mission. While this was going on, the CIA filmed the nuclear reactor facility, where the Iranian regime was secretly making nuclear weapons. On his approach to the hideout, Oliver thinks that Iranian forces will discover the truth and execute him. The CIA ordered the blast that wiped out the whole nuclear reactor plant. Just seconds after Tom and Oliver made it to their safe house, the mission is successful because Tom Harris can see the thick haze from the safe house's rooftop. Tom works hard for the CIA, but he is not the best husband. He calls his wife to tell her that the flight he was supposed to take has been delayed. She gets mad about this. Tom loves his teenage daughter very much and wishes to see her graduation. Tori, his wife, keeps pushing him to sign the divorce papers, as Tom couldn't give his family the time and care they needed because of his job as a CIA agent. The explosion brought joy to everyone working at the CIA headquarters. The Iranian leader takes a helicopter to the location of the blast. Tom says goodbye to Oliver the next day and goes to the airport. He is waiting for his boss, Roman, to call him. An Iranian reporter named Luna Kujai, with the assistance of his coworker James, gathers crucial evidence that shows that the CIA was responsible for the bomb blast in Qom. She records herself talking about everything. She talks to senior Hans Forsberg and tells him everything she's found out. Hans likes how hard she works. In order to obtain information from Luna, the Iranian government, under Army Colonel Asadi, kidnaps her. Asadi threatens to hurt Luna's daughter, so she has to tell him everything about the plan to blow up the plant. As Luna spoke up, the Iranian government learned that CIA agents, pretending to be someone else, had placed the device there. Tom is feeling good now that the job is over, and he is excited about going home. He is buying gifts for his daughter when he gets a text from Roman. Roman calls him to his place and gives him a new mission that is similar to the one in Qom, but it is in another area of Afghanistan. Tom didn't want to go on a trip at first because he wanted to spend time with his family, but Roman was able to change his mind. He gives him a lot of money that he can use to pay for his daughter to go to medical school. Tom shows the map of the city of Herat, where his next task will take place. He needed a translator to help him in Afghanistan. He asked for an Afghan interpreter, and Roman put him in touch with Mohammed Modaud, an Afghan who had just moved back to Afghanistan from the US. With Roman's help, Tom and Dowd meet in an isolated place, and Tom tells him about their goal. Dowd goes to his son's grave and cries over it. Pictures of the nuclear blast were shown on TV all over the country. Information that came out of the Pentagon shows that the US and its partners are behind the attack on Iran, but Asadi could not figure out who the real agents were. With this knowledge, Asadi first killed Oliver and then set his sights on his next target, Tom Harris. Roman tells the CIA about Tom and Dowd in Herat and what's going on there. In addition to Afghans and Iranians, there are also Pakistanis, Indians, Taliban, Al-Qaeda, and Chinese. In return for translating for Tom, Roman said he would help Dowd, even though he was on a personal mission to find Fatima. But Tom was hidden in Herat. When he gets a call from Roman, the head of the CIA, Roman told him that the media had shown his face and name, making him a target for the Iranian government, which had already killed Oliver. After hearing this, the mission in Afghanistan was put off, and Tom's main goal became to stay alive. Dowd thought his only job was to translate for Tom, but when he found out about his real job, he was caught up in Tom's dangerous position and had to run for his life with him. When Tom Harris's secret gets out, he and Dowd are in more danger in Herat, but because of what happened, the CIA was unable to get them out of where they are now. Tom and Dowd had only 30 hours to get to Kandahar before the British SAS secret mission left the country. This put them in a race against time. The British were supposed to get Tom and Dowd a spot on one of their planes, but Tom and Dowd had to get to Kandahar on their own. This put Tom in a dangerous situation because not only was the Iranian force led by Asadi trying to arrest him, but also the Pakistani ISI, Nasir, and different Taliban groups wanted him for a variety of reasons. The news spread that the CIA was involved in the Qom bombing, and the Pakistani ISI tried to catch Tom before the Iranians did, so they could sell him on the black market to the highest buyer. The leader of the ISI responded by sending Kahil Nasir. The officer from Pakistan calls him and asks for information, but he was busy celebrating his vacation. The agent then sets out to catch Tom because he is close to the Taliban. Kahil Nasir has a lot of power in the area. He used their help to complete his goal. He rode off on a bike to find Tom, as he was told to do. Tom and Dowd go to the market to find a car that is unlocked. They steal a car from someone at the market and start on their journey, but they have to stop because of traffic. When the Iranian government sees that they are switching cars, they start to follow them. Dowd says that the highway is the only way to get to Kandahar. Tom hits the car in front of him by mistake, and the man in that car starts to yell at him. Asadi sees Nasir on the bike and tells his men to catch him. When Farzad and his men get close to the car, Tom sees them and drives in the the wrong direction to get away from them. As Tom and Dowd try to get out of Herat, they had to dodge bombs, gunshots, and constant attacks. All of a sudden, the car's tire blows up, and they have to stop in the middle of the desert. Tom gives cover, and Dowd changes the tire. Dowd tells him to keep an eye on the guy on the bike. Dowd isn't feeling good, and he doesn't want to do this mission. When Tom stops him, he gets his stuff out of the car. He tells him that he came here to find his wife's sister, but Tom sees a little boy with a gun hidden behind some rocks. When Dowd stops him, he shoots at him, and the boy throws away the remote he was holding and runs away. Dowd asks Tom for the truth because he doesn't know what's going on or why these people are following him. Tom tells him that he blew up the nuclear plant in Iran and that these people are now coming after him. Tom tells Dowd that he will find a way out because no one is coming to save them, so they have to work together to get out. He tells Dowd that he's sorry for keeping the truth from him. Tom goes to get the boy's remote, and when he hits the button, a blast goes off near them. Dowd fixes the flat tire, and they're back on the road. There was an explosion in the city, and it killed and wounded a lot of people. Nasser easily avoids the Iranian guys behind him and goes in the same direction as Tom. He runs into the boy who saw Tom. He talks about Islam and the Quran with him. The boy works for the Taliban and is in this area to keep it safe. He finds out about Tom from the boy. Tom and Dowd have to go 20 miles from their location. Dowd says that the tire is making a strange sound again, but Tom says that this sound is coming from something else. When Tom looks out the window, he sees a chopper flying over their car. They find themselves on a deserted island in Afghanistan, with a Saudis chopper coming toward them in the dark night. Surprisingly, Tom shoots down the whole chopper all by himself, killing everyone on board, including a Saudi. When they take refuge in a nearby cave, Dowd tells him that he was born and raised in Afghanistan, but had lived in Baltimore for a long time. He had only gone back to Afghanistan to find Fatima, the sister of his wife. She had gone missing after getting a job teaching at a school, but his son's death in Afghanistan deeply hurt him. Dowd was very sad because Ismail, a bandit from Tajikistan, had killed his son. Tom was so thankful to Dowd and all the other interpreters he had worked with in the past, and he expressed how much he appreciated them. He admitted that these selfless people had gone through pain and suffering, and that the CIA had done nothing to thank them, even though they are scared. Dowd keeps telling Tom how important it is to go home so that he can see his family again, and Tom can hug his daughter before it is too late. Dowd is upset that he couldn't find Fatima, but Tom tells him that once they are safe, they will go back to Afghanistan to look for Fatima. The next morning, Tom takes Dowd to meet Ismail, a fighter from Tajikistan. Ismail is willing to help them escape to Kandahar. Tom had no idea that Ismail was the one who killed Dowd's older son. When Dowd found out the truth about Ismail, he felt cheated. Tom felt sorry for him, and he forgave him because he knew that Tom didn't know about the tragedy and only cared about their safety. But Ismail turned out to be a bad friend for Tom. Shortly after Tom leaves, Ismail tells the Taliban about their location. While Tom and Mo are on their way, the Taliban attack them. They catch Tom and Dowd and take them back to their camp. The CIA has lost contact with Tom and can't even get in touch with Roman. Roman, on the other hand, has joined the Afghan Special Forces and cut off all contact with the CIA. Roman has planned an attack on the Taliban base, where Tom and Dowd were being held, pretending it to be an ISI attack. Even though there is a lot of shooting, Roman is able to save Tom and Dowd. Meanwhile, Nasser gets there quickly and realizes that the attack wasn't planned by the ISI. He decides to follow Roman's van, which has Tom and Dowd in it. Roman tries to fight Nasser with a gun, but Nasser manages to shoot him. Roman gives up his life by jumping out of the car. He tries to stop Nasser, but Nasser kills him. Tom and Mo want to get away quickly. They are sad about Roman's death. Nasser is following them on his bike. Nasser calls on his Taliban friends from the south and east to surround Tom. He moves to get Tom. Nasser and Tom got into a fight face to face, but Nasser was shot in the middle of it. However, Tom and Dowd hug each other and say their final goodbyes because there are people coming from everywhere. At this crucial time, the CIA's top leaders made their final decision to save Tom and Dowd without getting permission. They came up with a plan to bomb those Taliban trucks. The huge blast killed the Taliban fighters, which gave Tom and Dowd new hope that they could stay alive. They were able to get to Kandahar, where British soldiers were waiting for them. Tom rushes to get on the plane, but his mind is full of the things he has lost on the trip. Tom and Dowd both thought of Oliver and Roman, but they knew they had to keep going and go home because they had no other choice. Tom tells Dowd that they will go back to Afghanistan to look for Fatima. Dowd and Tom get back to the US without getting hurt. Tom is glad to be home in time for his daughter's graduation ceremony. Dowd is glad to see his wife and younger son, who are thrilled to see him safe. Asadi died as a hero, and the chief of the Iranian authority tells his wife the sad news. Luna Kuja had been held captive, but the Iranian government let her go without hurting her. They didn't seem to want to hurt her anymore. The head of Iran's ISI called out to the head of Pakistan's ISI. He did this to hint at the political tension between the two countries and how they were fighting for different goals. And the movie ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to watch more movie recaps like this. See you in the next plot. Goodbye.